Carrion is meat that you don't know how it was killed. It's just dead and stinking. Okay, that was from when I wrote, when I had done this class with the Sheikh. It says, it is important to note that Allah knows what we do not know about His creation and the best way of dealing with it and the best way of dealing with it. Someone may think this advice is nasty or ancient. Be careful not to reject anything that the Messenger of Allah has said. And is, okay. So then it goes here and it says, the next thing we have to talk about is animals that do not have circulating blood in them, such as flies, ants, bees, and so on. Abu Hurairah, and this is talking about the exception here. We're talking about exceptions. Let me put an exception here. Exception. And we have, what was the two things that I said? You can use it. What is it? I said it's dead fish and what else? Come on, this is your deen, dudes. Come on, it's locust. Okay, everybody know what a locust is? Yeah, look like grasshoppers, but they're like golden sometimes, brown and stuff like that, you know? So these are the exceptions to the rule. Oh, you found it? No. Okay. The next thing in there is animals that don't have any blood circulating them, such as flies, bees, ants, and etc. Okay, etc. Those types of things. These don't have a circulatory system. Okay. That's why when a fly eats something, it just turns it crazy, right? Makes it dissolve because their system is different how they digest. So Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu, he narrates that that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, if a fly falls into your bowl, right, then immerse it completely inside of it, or throw it out. For one of the wings has a disease and the other one has the antidote. And that was the note, what I said right here, important note, that somebody may think this is nasty. Somebody may think, oh, I'm not going to eat no fly, you crazy, you know. Come on, you don't know what you're eating. Anyway, a fly might have touched it and ran away before you even know it anyway. So this is from the sunnah of the Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He knows best about the creation that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created and how to deal with it. So we have to be careful not to reject anything that comes from this deen. Okay. Then it goes on to bones, horns, nails, hair. Okay, here goes another thing. Bones and horns. And horns is a type of bone. Hair, feathers. You know what I'm saying? All these things of dead animals. Okay, these things, and we're really talking about these things right here, are dead animals that we either killed, right? Or are from dead animals that we can eat. If they're animals we can't eat, then they're ones that we have had to have killed or we have to tan it, like we mentioned earlier, right? So it says here, this is, all these things are pure. All these things, the bones, hairs, the feathers of these dead animals, they're all pure based on the basic ruling of purity, permissibility, unless there's proof otherwise. Bukhari recorded without a complete chain that Az-Zuhri said about the bones of dead animals, such as an elephant and others. I have met some of the earlier scholars who used to use those for combing or applying oil, and they did not see any harm in that. Hamad said there is no harm concerning the feathers of dead animals. This is recorded by Al-Bukhari, and we accept it. This is part of my notes. Why? Because of the principle of purity, plus the earlier scholars accepted it, and Allah knows best, and we don't have any proof negating it. Okay? So we go back to our principle of permissibility. This is what we have to offer with regards to our first lesson of najasat. These are the things that are impure. And I gave you the proofs according to them, right? Did I miss anything? No. Do I have any questions about these things here? These are the things that we cannot, that in our law, that are unclean and impure and that mess it up for us. Other than that, what's the rule? It's permissible. Okay, we good. And so that's why I said the bird. When I said the bird dropped on me, it's pure. Why? Right, and if I don't know, then we go back to the basic principle that it's a bird. It just ate some what do you call it, rice or some seeds or something like that, right? It ain't one of them crazy, killer birds out there killing other birds, unless I know it's one of those type of birds. أقول قولي هذا. Do I have any other questions? أقول قولي هذا أستغفر الله لي ولكم والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله.